second week of virtual programming. So this means it is my second, virtual lesson for Smart Girls. So last lesson we talked about self-esteem and where that comes from, which we learned that it comes from ourselves and what we believe about ourselves. Other people can say things to build us up and make us feel good, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we are the ones who decide how we feel about ourselves. So this week, we're going to be talking about our friends, the media, and us, and how our friends and media can influence us and how we think about ourselves. And so we're going to start with it's a pretty big question, but how can the media affect what you and your friends wear or buy? And how does that influence the pressure that your friends put on you to be cool? So think about a time when you saw a commercial or an ad on Instagram or Facebook for something that you just had to have. Like, oh my gosh, these shoes, I have to have them. Mom, I want these for my birthday, I want them for Christmas, whatever. So, you see the ad and you want them and you're like, oh, I have to have these. Like, these are so popular. Everybody has these. So then that then adds pressure from your friends, wanting you to be cool and wanting you to also have what everybody else has and whatever is really popular. How can your friends and the media influence how we feel about ourselves? So if you have the media who is influencing what you buy, what you purchase, what you wear, what makeup you wear, how you fix your hair, what clothes you wear, all of that different stuff, then ultimately, how does that make us feel about ourselves? Do we feel good because, we're cool, we have the latest whatever that everybody's wearing? Some people might think they don't really feel very like an individual, like they're just kind of following the herd and doing what everybody else is doing. And should we listen to someone who tells us that being cool means wearing a certain type of shirt or carrying a certain type of bag? I know that at your all's age, at this age, it's so important to fit in and to be cool, and you want that. Like, I know I wanted that at that age. And I had a family who provided everything that I needed. I was very blessed and had everything that I needed and some of my wants, but, I didn't always have name brand stuff. And I can remember, I remember in particular about buying a Christmas present for a girl I went to school with, and somebody coming and telling me later that she had mean things to say about the fact that I had bought her Christmas present at Walmart. So, I have been there. I've been in situations where you feel less than and you feel let down, put down by others because you might not have something that is expensive or what everybody else has. But should we really listen to those people? I think at the end of the day, it's important that, you wear what you're wearing because you want to wear it. And, that's something I learned more about the older that I got. As an adult, I learned that if there's something I want to wear because I like it, then I'm going to wear it. I don't care if it's not expensive, if it doesn't come from wherever. I don't care, it doesn't matter. If I like it, then I like it, then I'm going to wear it. And most of the time when I wear that stuff, that's the stuff I get compliments on, is, the stuff that isn't name brand or that I got on sale for like $4. I'm a bargain shopper. I'm all about finding a bargain. So, we shouldn't let that stuff influence how we feel about ourselves. And we shouldn't let other people dictate what we think is cool. I think I think what is cool is making sure that we are true to who we are and true to ourselves over just following a herd and doing what everybody else is doing. So then my next question is, do TV shows send messages about how girls should act or think? Think about some characters that you guys admire, some of the TV shows that you watch, and how those characters are portrayed. And I think about when I was your age, the shows that I watched, and how those girls were portrayed, versus the shows I watch now and how those women are portrayed. And so I can remember being your age and watching shows, and the girl that was always my favorite, that I always wanted to be like, was always the most popular girl. Everybody wanted to be her. She was funny, but the show always kind of downplayed her intelligence. And now some of my favorite shows as an adult, the female characters in there are very smart women. They're very driven, very kind. So it's changed the older that I've gotten. So it's important too to keep an eye on who you're admiring in the shows that you're watching. And maybe even with that, like the screen time, it's not even just your TV shows and movies, but even who you're following on social media. Who are you following on Instagram? Who are you friends with on Facebook? Who are you following on TikTok? Twitter, all these different things. How do those women portray themselves on their social media too? Because that's also important. Because sometimes who they're going to portray themselves as in media, like on their social media, is not going to be their true authentic self. So that's what's important to think about too. And that even with this, even challenge yourself to lessen your screen time. I know it's hard because we're all stuck at home, and so you feel like that's all you have to do is take in all of this screen time. But, maybe do some other stuff. Go outside, enjoy. It's been so pretty outside lately. Go outside, enjoy some of the nice weather. Read a book, practice an instrument if you play an instrument, or a sport, or draw, whatever it may be that you do. Sit and have conversations with your mom. Talk to your mom about some of this stuff, and get her input, because I know that your mom has probably been in your same shoes before. So the next question is, how can the media influence us through headlines, product names, and taglines in newspapers and magazines, on billboards, and online? So I think this kind of goes back to our first question about how the media can affect what you and your friends wear and buy, and then in turn how that influences pressure from your friends. So the ads that you see on your Instagram and your Facebook are targeted towards you. And so they're always going to have headlines that are going to grab your attention. So whatever it may be to grab your attention, you need this because, JoJo Siwa has this. You need this because this is what Millie Bobby Brown uses. You need this because this is what whoever uses. Kim Kardashian, whoever it is that you follow, I don't know. But, they're always going to tie that celebrity to it who they know will sell it, because they want you to see, hey, if this is what she uses, then I need to use that because look at her and look at how she's doing this and all that kind of stuff. So they definitely play to your interests. So it's always good to keep an eye out and to be smart about, falling for the ads that you see, especially on social media and stuff. And then I think that was it. I think that's all of the questions the talking points that I'm going through. But I do have some challenges for you at home. My first one was that I want you guys to maybe take this week to lessen your screen time. And you don't have to take a whole day and, I can't touch my phone all day long, or I can't watch TV all day long, but do an hour, try an hour a day and either read a book or go outside and play a sport or go on a walk, go on a run, ride your bike, practice an instrument if you play instruments. Do some self-care, like paint your fingernails, do a little face mask, different stuff like that. Whatever you guys want to do, limit some screen time, open yourselves up to doing some more things. And then this part I'm very excited about. So I want to get your creative juices flowing. So there will be an attachment on the post, so with this question on it. But if you could create a TV show that could positively influence girls your age, what would it be called? And what would it be about? And what are some important lessons that it would teach? So I want you to think about the TV shows that you're watching now, and maybe even, whatever you're watching now, but then think about some things that you wish they would talk about, or, maybe some characters that that you wish were a little bit more like you. I told a friend the other day that I've never had a character on TV that I've really related to more than Kate Pearson on This Is Us. And I talked about how as an adult that it meant a lot for me to have a character that I felt I related to so much. It's very empowering when you see a character that you actually feel like you can 110% relate to. So think about that when you do this question. Think about, how you would create the character and how you would make them relatable to your viewers, to who would be watching your show. So, that, like I said, that'll be an attachment attached to the post on Facebook. So feel free to take a look at that when you're doing your stuff, and make sure you comment below and let us know. I want to hear about your ideas and what you would want to create. And, maybe even if you have certain people you would want to be in the show, like, even feel free to put that down too. I want you to be as creative as you can be. So I'm so glad that you guys you girls have come back in this week to do another Smart Girls lesson with me. Just remember that you are so smart. You're so important. Sorry, my last video cut off. My grandmother called me. So when Nana calls, you have to answer. So, but I was saying, I want you girls to always remember that you are so important to everybody. You're important to your family, to your club staff, to the people at school, to your friends, that you are so smart, and you're beautiful, and that you all have there are big plans in store for each of you. I want you guys to remember that. That's always, always important for you to remember. So I can't wait to hear about your shows and what you come up with, and make sure you comment below and you let us know what you come up with, because we would love to be able to post about some of the stuff that's submitted. We would love to be able to tell everybody about what you guys have turned in and submitted. So we love you guys. Stay tuned. I'll be back next week with another lesson for you guys. Stay tuned the rest of the week, and hang out with us the rest of the week on Facebook. We love you guys. Bye.